Hey guys, good morning. The weekend was kind of a tough weekend for me. I would start off every single day vlogging great, and every single day I would end up just like tired or not into it. I don't know what was going on with me this weekend. So here we go, Monday, trying again. I think a lot of it had to do with what I was eating. I was not very good at tracking what I was eating this weekend as far as staying within my points. And even if it wasn't very much, I still could feel it in my body. Like, huge difference in just my overall morale, just by having like one bad item of food. Don't mind my shirt. It's so much easier to have a tank top on when you're breastfeeding and it just gets all wonky. Anyway, I can feel it today. I feel bloated. I feel like my face is bloated. Thank goodness we had a lot of Girl Scout events this weekend. The girls had a half day on Friday, and I vlogged. I'm gonna put the vlog together, like all of it together, because it was just more like a combination of the whole weekend. They had a half day on Friday. We had a Girl Scout booth 4-hour one. They did great. We had, Emmy had a birthday party Saturday morning, and the little boy that we went to his party, she likes him. Like, I think she enjoys being around him more than some of her girlfriends at school. So I made it a priority for her to go. So we went to that, and Andres did a cookie booth with Maddie from 1 to 3, and we did the 3 to 5, but we sold out of our cookies. We didn't even stay. Like, when we got there at 3, Maddie had sold 90% of what we had left. The only things we had left were the trefoils, which was the shortbread cookies, and the lemon ups, which was the new lemon cookies this year. So we stayed there and sold as many as we could, and they hit their goal. They far exceeded their goal. Their goals were both, Emmy had originally a 1,300 box goal, and she scaled that back about halfway through the season because she realized we weren't going to be able to do that many booths. It was too hard for me to find somebody to feel comfortable enough to watch Everly multiple times for hours on end every single weekend. So maybe next year we can hit the free camp goal, but both of their goals, Maddie at first was only 200. She exceeded that a long time ago. Halfway through the season, like I said, they really wanted to go to Splashtown. You guys know we've been doing Splashtown since Emmy started Girl Scouts, and they really enjoy that thing. So Nin's calling. So because of that, they changed their goal to 675, and they hit 750. Emmy had 751, and Maddie had 750. So I'm really excited for them. They did so good. I missed the call. Sorry, Nin, I'll call you right back. They did so good. So Saturday, Maddie, and what we did, because they normally do booths together, that's kind of what I told you guys, like, more people usually end up buying from Emmy's link. I usually list her link first, then Maddie. We just kind of split all the sales between them, because sometimes when we're at a cookie booth, one will do more work than the other. Or like, for instance, Emmy didn't do any booths by herself this year, but last year she did a couple booths by herself. Maddie did a couple booths by herself. So they just kind of share the sales. For instance, Saturday, Maddie did that 2-hour booth by herself, and Emmy only did like 45 minutes by herself when we got there from 3 to 5, because we sold out of cookies. And I just had them split the sales because I mean, they both work super, super, super hard. Now, if one just ends up not participating at all, like, then that girl will get the sales. It just makes sense. But when they both kind of work together, they don't mind sharing, and they both hit 750, which is the next prize goal. So I'm super excited for them, and for myself, really. You know, last year we did some more. I think last year they hit like 860 some odd boxes, but I didn't have a newborn last year. So I feel like we did a really, really good job this year, considering we had Everly. And yeah, so anyway, cookie season is now officially over for us. However, we do still have their digital cookie website. If you still want cookies, we appreciate all the support. The girls still get the proceeds from cookie sales. I think Digital Cookie has another week on it. I will have their links down below. I know it's kind of pricey to have them shipped to you, and I do not have any cookies in stock anymore. We literally got rid of every single box of cookies that we have. thank goodness, because I feel like that was kind of a downfall this weekend. The weekend was just a whirlwind. So anyway, if you do need any more cookies, you still can order them off of the girls' digital cookie website. Like I said, the troop, like they still get to do fun stuff with that money that they earn. But I do want to thank all of you guys that, oh, Lola scared me. All of you guys that bought from their website, that messaged me for links, that met up with us at booths. I mean, you guys are amazing and truly the MVPs for supporting the girls when you don't even know them in real life. That makes me feel even more special that you went out of your way, you paid extra money to support them when you could have supported any Girl Scout in your local area, but you chose to support mine. So thank you guys very, very much. So yesterday, what did we do? We finally got to we had another Girl Scout event. So that happened Saturday, and Saturday when we came home, I was so exhausted from not sleeping the previous few nights. I fell asleep on the couch from like 5 to 8. I slept through dinner, and I told Andres, I was like, why didn't you wake me up? He's like, you just look so exhausted. I slept through dinner. I woke up when the girls were right about to go to bed. So Saturday was just kind of a rough day. And then yesterday they had Comfort for Critters at the Animal Care ACS. I don't know what the acronym is. Animal Care Service Center, I think is what it is. Anyway, it's where you go adopt animals. They have dogs and cats. And they're very reasonably priced to adopt the animals, and they come spayed or neutered. They come with their first... You okay? With their first set of vaccines, they come microchipped and like all this cool stuff. So it was nice. Emmy had participated in that 2 years ago, but we didn't do it as a troop last year, so we did it again this year, and the girls had a really good time doing that. Emmy got to put her sewing skills to work. She was sewing cat toys with catnip and little crinkle stuff in them. Maddie helped me do the rice socks, which they pop into the microwave for the neonatal babies. They put it beside them to keep them warm, and they also worked on blankets. They did the tie blankets and sewed blankets, so that was super exciting. Emmy was really excited to be able to come back. They do it the first Sunday of every single month, and it was over off of the, I don't know what the road was, but it was like 151, between 410 and 90 off of 151 by the food bank. I want to say like close to Callahan and Enrique Paredes, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, it was over in that area. They have it the first Sunday of every month, and the girls were super excited to participate. And there's a ton of people in the community that come out just because to help sew blankets. They had so many donated things. The troop donated a 50-pound bag of rice. We donated fleece blankets and tube socks, and what else did we bring? Beanies. And yeah, we brought that like from our family, and the troop donated a 50-pound bag of rice. But going there, honestly, they had so many things that you could work with there. Like, people just donate stuff, but they don't have the people to come in and help volunteer. So it was awesome, but it was also exhausting because I stood in my chanclas for 3 hours. Then we went to go look at the animals. I had a Walmart grocery pickup order for dinner. My mom and Truby and Melissa and the boys came over for dinner. We had chicken Alfredo. I bought fettuccine noodles for all the kids, and Melissa, my mom, ended up eating fettuccine noodles because my mom had the points for it. And Truby and I had zoodles with the chicken and the Alfredo sauce, and I made 2-ingredient dough breadsticks, so it was good. But I just feel like overall, like I had a few donuts yesterday at Comfort for Critters. I picked up donut holes and mini muffins and orange juices for the girls, so I had a few of those, and those like rack up. The sugary stuff is what gets me, and it racks up super quick. So I definitely went over my points every single day, except, did I go over on Saturday? Yes, because we ended up having street tacos. I didn't go over them a lot, but I went over them. Friday I didn't go over at all Friday. So it was just like a combination of the whole weekend. It was rough. It was rough for me, just more like mentally, emotionally type of thing, because I could just feel myself kind of like slipping back, and I was like, no, this is not happening. It's not happening. So today I feel puffy and I feel bloated. I'm not even going to worry about what the scale says. I'm just going to keep going. the rest of my week and hope that it works out okay. My biggest thing through the whole weight loss, that it always has been my biggest thing, is to just jump right back on. I mean, what else can you do? Don't continue the cycle, jump right back on. So that's what I'm doing. So yes, today was a super great morning though, and I really needed the sleep. I was in bed around 11, which is early for me because I'd been going to bed anywhere between 12:30 and 2 a.m. all week. So being in bed by 11 and asleep at 11, maybe 15 was great. And I did not wake up until 9 a.m. 9, because Everly didn't wake up. She slept the entire, almost 12 hours last night. Crazy. Normally I like to try and get up and pump, or at least hand express if I like go to the bathroom or something, just to kind of keep my supply up. And I just slept. I did not wake up at all. I just slept the whole night. I didn't hear the girls get ready. I didn't hear Andres get ready for school. I mean, for work, I heard nothing. I woke up and I was like, oh, what time is it? It's kind of bright outside. Normally that happens and I hear her like whining, and it's anywhere between 6:15, 6:30 and like 7:30. That's usually what time she wakes up every single day. And I looked at the clock and I was like, 9 o'clock, oh my gosh. So I got up, went to the bathroom, and then she started whining, and it was like 9. I started feeding her at 9:30. Insane. I could not believe it, but I really was grateful because I needed the sleep. So now she's done eating. She's staring at her little unicorns and butterflies in her swing. Bless you. Oh, bless you. So I'm gonna have some breakfast. I think I'm gonna do some turkey bacon and eggs and my lactation cookies. I've been trying to, they've been really helping. So I've been trying to incorporate those lactation cookies every single day. I haven't been beating myself up about them if they make me go over my points though, because they are 12 points, but they're only 270 calories. And so even though they have sugar in them, I need to still incorporate calories. So I try and eat them with 0 point foods so that I can still have that added protein, added calories, but it's not adding any points, because those cookies I'm using more for like the brewer's yeast, the oatmeal in it, the flaxseed, the fenugreek, like everything that they have in them. But the nutritional value as far as protein versus fat versus sugar versus calories is not the greatest, but they help. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep, I think I have 1 or 2 more. I'm gonna keep using them and see how it goes. And then if I do notice a dip in my supply, I may continue back to use them. We'll see. I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to still figure out this whole thing. But my little chunk-a-lunk is almost 3 months. I cannot believe it. Yes, she's 12.5 weeks right now, so crazy. Anyway, let me get back to breakfast. I've literally been talking for half of this vlog, but I mainly wanted to tell you guys, I'm so sorry I've been without a vlog all weekend. I got messages asking about if we were okay. I'm okay. Just sometimes when I take a break like that, it's just more like mental clarity. I also have a lot going on this week. I have nothing scheduled as far as appointments and stuff like that. I work Wednesday at H&R, and I have just a bunch of little things to do. Homework. I have a grocery haul to get up and just some more stuff to do on the computer and for school and whatnot. I have another video to film. So I'm just a tiny bit stressed out with school. So just a little mental break was nice. Anyway, and I look like this every day too, so that doesn't help. But we're gonna try and get back on schedule this week. I had actually today put Everly down for a nap in the pack and play where she normally sleeps. For whatever reason, my legs are killing me going up the stairs all day today. But she just woke up. Hi, pretty girl. Good morning. Hey, Google, stop. Did you sleep good? You're like, what happened, Mom? How'd I end up here? Let's go, let's go. I'm working on dinner right now. I had some ground chicken in the fridge, so I browned that up. I had some canned tomatoes that I had left over from a meal that I used this last week that needed to be used up, so I tossed those in there. And then I had 1 can of sloppy Joe mix that wasn't expired or anything, but I'd had it in the pantry for a while. So I was like, you know what? We are going to have sloppy joes. And then I didn't drain the tomatoes like I should have, and I tossed them in there. So I'm currently trying to cook the sloppy joe down. I like it pretty thick, so I just have it on a medium heat to try and get rid of some of that liquid. I'm just gonna let that continue to simmer until the girls get home. I had this many tater tots left, so like not even, that's like one serving, and I had a little bit of fries left, so I popped those in the air fryer, which this air fryer is new. I'll link it down below if they still have it. Walmart only had a select few in stock online, but it was not a bad deal. I want to say it was $100 or $105, and it's one of those super large rotisserie chicken ones, and I love it. It comes with 3 different racks. The only problem is some things cook a little faster in it than others, kind of like the other air fryer. So I just have to be careful because with the 3 levels, it's easy to forget. So I had to pull out the tater tots and let the fries cook a little bit longer. But anyway, we didn't have a lot of fries, didn't have a lot of tater tots, so I'm gonna let the girls have that. I had an entire bag of fresh green beans that needed to be cooked up, so I put the whole thing in there with a bunch of seasoning, and that is what we're having for dinner. I'm also using my last Smart Bun. These are only 1 point. They're great for people that do keto, low carb. 1 point on Weight Watchers for an entire Smart Bun, but it's my last one, so I need to place an order with the Smart Baking Company, and then everybody else is going to have, I don't have regular hamburger buns, everyone else will have the Sara Lee Delightful bread, and I will toast it up and make sloppy joes like that. So that is what's for dinner tonight. Pretty quick and easy, and just using stuff up. Teaching Autumn how to clean up the sink with a baby wipe, because she's often...
And I'm here, girl.
Yes.
And I'm cleaning the bathroom.
You're doing a great job. She's often the one that makes the biggest mess.
I thought this too dirty.
It was dirty.
Yeah, because Bella pooped on it.
Bella did not poop on that. You weirdo. Clean the sink. Come on, clean the sink. You're doing a good job.
I cleaned this.
Good job. Thank you. Okay, we got everything kind of cleaned up. We had laundry sitting in baskets from over the weekend, and
4K. This is making
we finally got it put away. So the little girls are reading, middle girls are reading. Everybody's downstairs with Andres, and Emmy is showing me her knitting from Knitting Club. They just finished up their quarter clubs. She had knitting, Maddie had judo, and
117 or 138.
do you want to do these clubs again?
8.
Knitting?
10.
You want knitting club again?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Magic Kingdom.
Maybe. Because I just learned how to do a scarf, the actual knitting. So maybe I might want to redo it.
Mommy, is
Maybe.
Kinder also a running club?
I think so. You want to do running club?
Next year. But this year I'm saying judo.
You want to stay in judo this club? I mean this quarter.
Page 6. You said on it?
All I need to do is kind of fix this off.
Said page.
This one I didn't really attach very well, but it'll attach to the others on top or the bottom on the next set right here. And this is the start of my new scarf.
Cool.
And it's going to be blue.
I never learned how to knit. I know how to crochet, but I never learned how to knit. And this child never ceases to amaze me with what she's capable of learning.
Magic Kingdom.
And really what she's interested in at 10 years old.
Hear the
But,
words.
hey, Kid Bear, look at that.
Cinderella Castle.
Everybody is in bed. Finally, I feel like the Autumn, I was going to see the littler girls, but Autumn went to bed a little bit later than I normally like her to. But anyway, my mom, don't pay attention to my nails, I need to do them. My mom sent us some pictures in a group text. So that was my old dog, Tora. I never got to introduce her. She lived until she was literally like 18, 19 years old. Crazy. She was a Chow Collie mix. And she was mean. Actually, she was not friendly. She did not like people who weren't her loved ones. But I miss her. Well, she liked you, yeah. But yeah, but I don't know. She didn't like a lot of people, especially in her older age. But anyway, I used to call her Fatso all the time, which is totally wrong because I would hate if somebody called me Fatso all the time. But she was a little chubby. She liked to eat just like the rest of us. Anyway, that's Tora. That's Misty. That's the cat that I used to call Ugly just because she loved my mom. Loved my mom. Didn't really care for anybody else. She was not friendly. She's kind of like Lola, actually. I don't know if it's a calico thing or what, but they love their owners, but everybody else they're not super fond of. That's exactly how Misty was. And that's Dakota. I used to call her Big Doogie. Don't ask me why, okay? All these animals grew up with me when I was a teenager, and you know teenagers are weird. And then that was Dakota. And then look at this. That is my brother. He's so cute. He was such a cute little baby. And then, look at this. Let me zoom in. The picture's fuzzy because, I mean, come on. It's from, like, 27 years ago. I'm sorry. I was not born in the 70s like you, my honey bunny. I was born in the 80s. This was from early 90s. But who does that look like? Freaking exactly like Maddie. Exactly like Maddie. I never really have seen the resemblance. Especially when she was smaller. I thought she looked like Andres, but that looks like Maddie. Buck tooth and all. Because I had, my teeth are exactly like hers. I lost my front teeth one at a time. And that looks just like Maddie. So crazy.